All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, Style Y'all coming back once again from the UTC 144K camp and teaching on taking the kingdom 144K regular sit down. All right, and we have some confused individuals here that said that the 12.5 million people that came across from the western shores of Africa, all right, was a farce. All right, let's listen to this madness that she's going to spew. And this is what the internet has done. All right, it has warranted people to lean on to their own understanding, and these 2/3 won't be exuded, okay, from their living grave. And we see it happening right now because the thought process that they're working with is not even complete. All right. A said group of people were here. That's not a myth, but you got to understand just because we're all here now don't mean that we were all indigenous to North America. All right. And as I said, the slave trade was a real thing, but the Gadites and Reubenites over here, that's unknown, all right, to their heritage and their culture. What they have did was set themselves up and just indoctrinate or trying to indoctrinate. I'll say that the whole mass of people over here, negating the true, what's that called? Lineage of us. All right. And that's a no-no to the Most High, man, because he left a plain, detailed story behind. So what you have here is a group of people of disbelievers. That's all I can say, Give me a second here. So it's going to keep on continuing. All right. Misinformation after misinformation, and I have a cousin that's a Gadite. All right. And she believes the same thing because majority of my family started in the Florida, all right, Seminoles, okay, but I don't even know if I'm a Seminole, you know. So this is what I know, all right. I had a cousin that was like a Blackfoot Indian, all right. She was the real color black. All of her skin was black, and her hair was silky, all right, down her back, okay. So that's the definition of a Blackfoot Indian. Okay. Yeah, so these people don't understand that 10 tribes came over here, and I'm just going to go through it real quick. Hopefully this is edifying. All right, so let's just go to second Esdras, because this is the main part that they have to, if they want to know the history, they have to get down to this right here. Second Esdras, the 13th chapter, the 10 tribes. Yeah, 10 tribes left. Let me see, I got it all. Let me see. Give me a second. So I asked Chat GPT to pull up all the scriptures that have to do with the historical movement of 10 tribes over to America, right? Due to sin, corruption, and a takeover, all right, and plus a civil war, all right, between wicked rulers, all right, and 10 tribes left from over in the land, and it states that, all right, it says it right here. Says seven scattered and sifted worldwide. Amos 9:9. Israel sifted among all nations. True. Scattered among according to their ways. Right. Driven out of their land. Baruch 2:30. 32. Apocrypha scattered, but will remember. All right. So they don't go to one place, they are dispersed globally. All right, which that's something that everybody in Israel, you should know that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the great diaspora. All right, also that happened. But this was even before that. Okay, it says the migration further away, Apocrypha insight. It says second Ezra 13 and 40 and 45, 10 tribes go into another land, Asaroth. Okay, Reth. It says, a further country where never mankind dwell, they go to keep their laws. This is the only passage describing a migration beyond Assyria, often debated, but important in this chain, right? Because this is where, like I was saying, this is where Gad, Reuben, and all the tribes of Central America came to be, all right? It says Hosea 8:8, becoming Gentiles, all right? Israel swallowed up among nations, right? So that's all of us, all right? All the whole diaspora, all right? The uncircumcised, the Gentiles, that's what we became because we, as you see, it says Israel swallowed up among nations, okay? So we lost our way. It says glory fades, all right? So we get downcasted to the lowly. Romans 9:24 and 26, call from not my people, right? So that's what's happening right now, okay? Ephesians 2 and 11, 13, once Gentiles now brought near, that's happening now because we're coming back to the faith, all right? We're coming back to the ministry, coming back to the ways and statutes and laws and commandments of the scriptures, okay? And we can only keep those to the best of our ability, all right? Okay, things that you can do, should do, and things that you can't do, you have to pray for repentance for. All right, pray that the Lord forgives you for that. All right, and then it goes into the prophecy of the return. All right, Deuteronomy 33 and 5, gathering again from all nations. Okay, that hasn't happened yet, but it's on its way. It says 11, Isaiah 11:11 and 12, second time gathering. All right, Jeremiah 31:8 and 10, scattered Israel gathered. All right, Judah plus Ephraim reunited in Ezekiel 37 and 16 and 22, Amos 9 and 14 and 15 returned to the land permanently. All right, and these are all futuristic prophecies. Like it says, prophecies of return. All right, so that's when we going home. All right, so you Negroes over here, all right, you came from West Africa. Gad and Reuben, because we look the same, we we think that we all Negroes. We're not all Negroes, okay? Because if you came from Western Africa, you either Benjamin, Judah, or Levi, okay? Which in today's bywords is Black, Jamaican, or West Indian. I'll say that. And then Levi, which is Haitian, okay? Haitian, or because they share their island with Manessa, okay? So they brothers, and they so tightly woven together that they don't even think they brothers anymore because of some fucking civil war that happened over there. And that's the same. Oh man, this is why the Lord is coming back, okay? Because he has to stop this type of. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. what is it? Ephraim, right? That's Ephraim. That's what it was. Ephraim. Oh. I think that's how you spell it. Word speller. 1 second here. Isaiah 11 and 13. Yep. So this is what the Lord is working on. All right. Because now, Gad and Reuben, hey man, it's no such thing as Judah or Benjamin or Levi. Okay. We just all Gad and Reuben now. And see, this is the shit that people don't know. And that's why they need to just shut up on the internet, man. Because you're not going to figure it out unless the Lord gives the mysteries to you, man. All right. And you have to be led by great men. Once again, you have to be taught by the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Because the rest of these clowns, look at ISUPK, man. They don't even talk to West Africans. They say that they all Hamites, which we know that's not true. Okay. Because when the Israelites were ever in the land, man, we did it big. We took it over. All right. Just like you try to see these pale face Edomites, which call themselves JOOs, all right? Those guys, okay, which is our evil brother, Esau, all right? He get down the same way. But he brings havoc when he goes into lands. He takes it over like that. But we bring mathematics, we bring building, we bring facets of intelligence, okay? And civilized places, man. All right, that's what the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai does. All right, when his children, all right, his rightful and righteous children get into a land, man. All right, we make it flourish. And then you might have the knuckleheads that went off, and that's why we all went into captivity. Okay. So no, you was not living over here scot-free for a time. You was, but then captivity came to you because you broke laws and statutes and commandments also. Okay, and that's when y'all got y'all land taken from y'all. Okay. So stop trying to equate all melanated faces to being indigenous people of the North Americas. No, we were not. Okay. Okay. We came later. Okay. We came later, and there's no clear record indication because it was a heinous act that they did. There was so many souls that they brought forth on over to this place from one area to another that they can't even, because the Lord put the spirit on them to do it. So they can't even fathom how many people came over here because they only have limited records. They got tired of writing cells down. They got tired of saying the ship is leaving today, only by confidence, if you were friends of a person that was on a vessel or something like that. That's the only way they would know, because they started moving mass amounts of people, okay, as a commodity. All right. Leaving from one shore to go to another shore. They just count how many heads was on the boat, and they throw them on the next shoreline to sell. That's when the money was made. So I don't know what the hell this black demon's talking about, but I'm going to play it because I already made my point. But she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, man.
I ain't had time for stuff, okay?
Yo, sus is on they top. She's on them.
Hey, so you guys want to see something wild and crazy? Kind of like a big fat lie?
Yeah, so you know how we've been learning that the transatlantic slave trade, I'm going to read it from Google. The transatlantic slave trade was a 16th to 19th century maritime system that forcibly transported over 12.5 million African men, women, and children to the Americas for enslaved labor. You know how we learned that, right? Well, can somebody explain this? Because, that was a business, and all businesses track all their records, right? So, explain this. So, because it's Black History Month, I wanted to do a little digging. So, I went on slavevoyages.org. Even on the main website, it says explore the voyages that relocated more than 12 million enslaved Africans across the world, right? And we learned that most of them came to the Americas, correct? Okay, let's see. So I wanted to see voyages from Africa to the Americas specifically because 12 million, that's a lot of voyages. So I wanted to see the dates and all the information. So I went ahead and put vessel's departure, Africa. And as you can see, it adds several countries, all of the Western countries. And then I put place where vessel's voyage ended. And I selected mainland North America. And of course, I'm expecting thousands of voyages, right? So let's see. Surely the records are accurate because this was a business and a lot of money was spent, right? Why is there only one voyage from Africa to one with a total?
Now look, she's trusting in Egypt. All right, that's another thing. You think these devils are going to give you accurate information, man? It's all a lie to them. Okay, they rather say that you were the ooga booga. You didn't know nothing, and you heard them say that. Y'all didn't even have wagon wheels, they said. Y'all didn't have wheels. Y'all didn't have anything. They taught you how to build wheels, so on and so forth. We didn't have a use for a wheel because why? We use horses. They use horses and Gad and Reuben. Okay? So this is wild crazy, man.
Of 109 embarked and 106 disembarked. That is way less than 12 million. And I know you're thinking, well, no, they brought them to the Caribbean and to Brazil. So I did that filter as well. I changed.
And that's where I'm going to stop it at. Because, see, she doesn't even know. She doesn't know. Okay? She's trying to factor in. This is what happens when you lead on your own, understanding it. All right? And destruction is going to come to these people. Okay? Instead of keeping their mouth shut, they're giving misinformation all on the internet, man. Now I'm not a certified scholar, but the way that history shows you, all right, and I asked ChatGPT and it pulled it up. Okay, that it was 10 tribes that left from over there earlier and came from to a place that mankind never dwelt. Okay, and Gad and Reuben, right? Because they were in the northern kingdom. They left with them also. And they came over here to Asaroth, which is Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah and Egypt all rolled into one, man. Okay. So I just wanted to bring this out, man. Keep on listening to these dumbass people. You don't even know if you're Gad or Reuben. Okay, and if you're Gad and Reuben, then you're the indigenous people. Okay. But if we're not Gad and Reuben, and our lineage comes back from West Africa, which, like I said, those records weren't kept. They weren't kept. So that's not even a major part. See, you niggas is doing this because y'all think y'all gonna get money on the back end. Y'all not getting shit. Okay? Reparations will not happen on this side. It's not in prophecy. We don't get rich on this side. Everybody don't get a spin on this side unless you open up your butt cheeks. Okay? That's why you see the women being whores, and that's why you see so many homosexuals. Okay? In the entertainment industry, because they all open up their butt cheeks to get ahead, man. Okay? Over here in Babylon the Great, it's booty hole magic over here. If you want super duper money, if you see a single mom rolling down the street in a Porsche, right? Got 5 kids, got a big ass house, no husband. Talk about she is an entrepreneur. She might have creams and facials and everything like that. But here in America, it takes money to get money. Okay. And the 10 tribes, you're not getting money. Okay. You can live your life as norm, but you're not gonna see what was the guy said, 800 million apiece for every individual black person that's seen $800 million. Come on, man. That's you niggas going down to Egypt asking for help. And they ain't gonna help you, man. So flush that idea down the toilet and just say that you're an Israelite. That's it. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the family of Yasharala. And that's all that the world needs to know. Okay? So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah. You know what? And it says don't go crazy trying to look up lineage, man. All right? It also says that. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, the head of camps, and the Akim out here pushing this word in truth and sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the globe. With that, I want to say Shalom and Abba Babal. And you women, keep y'all mouth shut, man. Y'all ain't here for that, man. Never, no. Just confusion, man. So please, just be seen and never heard. That's it. Shalom.